Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another great episode of Unleash Your Success. It's your boy GRUBBS, is not me, who else? Today we'll be diving into the realism of easy and listen, easy startup businesses whenever you're tight on budgets, short on time, or just overflowing with passion. Today's episode is for you. First, we'll start out with the basics. When we're talking about easy startups, that could be referred to a few different things. Easy startup could be minimizing minimum investments, can be launched quickly, and don't need a huge team or infrastructure set up around it. To me, I always tell people the best businesses where you need the less people, the less overhead, is the ones that build off passion. Such as things like baking, crafting, or even tutorials. Um, it's, I mean, a lot of people put investments in this category, which they call niches. And it's kind of hard to really do that as far as putting it in a niche because it's your business. Mainly what they mean as a niche is pretty much the same word as category. So, you know, they make up new words to confuse, but simply a niche is just basically a category. You know, for those who wondering honestly where to start, here's a few ideas that's very low cost, like pet sitting, online tutorials, digital marketing, consulting, or even becoming a personal shopper for somebody. Believe it or not, a lot of people will be surprised how many elderly people don't have means to get to a store or anyone to go for them. You'll be surprised how many elderly people have pets that cannot walk them. Digital marketing, I would not say that is a beginner thing. And I would not say it is low cost because the thing with digital marketing, it can be a good thing. But I always tell people to do digital marketing, either you need to have some type of following or some type of access to a wide range of people because most conversions set in 10 to 30%. It used to be 30 to 60, but now it's like 10 to 30%. So let's just go to the let's just say 20%. So if you got 100 people that sees your post and 20% of them like it, that's 20 people that might click and go forward and purchase. That's a pretty good number, depending on what they purchase and what the product is. But if you're somebody who's just an average Joe and don't have many friends, no social media knowledge, no social media following, where are you going to post these links and this stuff to get people to buy it? You have to pay for advertisement, which costs money. So, that's why I say digital marketing, be careful because they put that digital thing in there because they figure, excuse me, if you don't need a product, that'll make people jump faster because you don't need a product. To me, I would just tell people to always say Amazon affiliate because at least you're selling a physical product. Yeah, you put your legwork in, but somebody's actually getting something, and then that gives you the opportunity to sell name brand products. So remember that people like name brands. So if you could tell your friends that, hey man, if you need a new TV, hit me up. I can find you one for cheap. And they actually hit you up. You create affiliate links, send it to them. You make money when they buy stuff. So that's just my personal thing. But like I say, the personal shopper thing is like people gotta understand too. When you starting out, you don't really want to wait to get paid. So certain businesses I do, they run on what you call a net 30. You get paid 30 days after you complete. So if this job costs me, let's say $3,800 to complete, I'm not going to see that $3,800 plus my profit from doing it until a month later. Now, if they sending jobs like that all the time, that's how your money get ate up. So I always tell people start out with something that pays on the regular. Dog walkers, they pay you weekly. Some of them pay you daily. Grocery shopper, of course, they only gonna pay you when they need you. Depending on how many you do, how many stores you go to, so on and so forth. So you never really know. I mean, that's to me, those are pretty good ones because I know there's so many elderly people that companionize with their pets and don't want to let them go. And then I know it's also many elderly people watch a lot of TV. They see things. Hey, I want to try that, but ain't like they can get up and go to Walmart and get it, or to the local anywhere and get it without some type of assistance. So those both are key businesses. Definitely, if you live in a state with a lot of older people like I'm in, I mean, I know tons of people can't get to the store. So I'm gonna definitely put that in my memory banks and see if it's a way I can put that together. I mean, then you got to think of the ones that don't want to use technology. There's a lot of people that don't care that it's Instacart. They don't care that it's Walmart. They don't fuck with technology. So if you got a service you can call, a lot of older people like to call still. So if you have a number where they can call and set up, I guarantee you that will increase your sales with the senior, people. There's some young cats out here too that don't agree with putting, credit cards online and all that and that stuff too. So it ain't just an older person thing. But I mean, that's the thing I can say, man. Success is easy. Startups boil down to a few key elements. Understanding your market, which is the people that will want what you're selling. And sometimes I tell people all the time, you might have a good idea, but might not nobody might not want it. Or you need to know how to get yourself in your environment of people that want what you're selling, because that increases your time of success, and that also maximizes a lot of your promotion because you're in the space of it. Now, of course, you have to deal with competitors, but if you got a better mousetrap, competitors don't matter. You just got to get a few buys, few reviews, and then you off to the races. So that's always understanding your market. Effective branding, that's another thing that's very, real important too, because people lose sight of the branding process of it and they just throw something together. And then a big box companies up way up in the sky see, oh, we down there making money. Oh, let me do a research. Oh, he ain't do no patent. He ain't getting no logo, trademark. Oh, we about to take that, and that's legal. They can take it. I mean, of course, you're gonna go through legal troubles and try to get paid for it, but the money they got, they're gonna bury it. And that's just proper practices of not doing your shit from the beginning. I mean, they have ways you can ghetto patent or ghetto trademark. I mean, the internet is a lot. If you posted your brand all over, you can't come along months later after I've been posting it and say you made it. No, I made it. And I got proof that I've been working with it. And that's how them lawsuits get covered up a little quick. Because if you do file it, I heard some people in precincts where you may not get your company back, but you'll be paid for the rest of your life because now you'll enter into a royalty agreement. They can't just come and take your shit and give you nothing if you did some type of documentation along the way. But y'all enter into like a royalty ship where you'll become a shareholder and you'll be just like the rest of the people that own the company. It's just not yours anymore. But that's not so bad because now you got a multi-millionaire running it, and all you doing is sitting at home going to the mailbox getting a crazy check off of those guys' work. And it probably would have made the business 10 times bigger than you ever could have. So keep that in mind too. Man, effective branding is everything. And then also, like I said, making sure you're branded and trademarked. Like I said, effective brand, horrible brands take off. So that word you got to watch it too. Effective, that's a wide variety. Effective is what people like or what people take to. You can't just say, "Oh, I got an effective thing." Nah, I don't be knowing that. You can't say that it's how the world take to it, because I'll make up something that I think is genius and it just sits. So it's not what you deem as effective. That's why they got people out here say do analyst work, research work, look into the data, see what people are buying. Do they like this type of product? Can it sell in this market? Where do you need to go to? Does it something that sell in another country? Is it good in the United States? Because you can target market it anywhere you want and you can ship anywhere you want. So if you might have a product, you might live in California, have a product that's popular in the UK, you can still sell it in the UK and make money. It's not matter. You can sell a product in China if you wanted to. It doesn't matter. Amazon is everywhere, and the power to sell to everybody, the power to peer selling is worldwide. So it's no way you couldn't get your product anywhere. And of course, the last and not least is hard work. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Every day is not going to be profitable. Every week is not going to be profitable. Every month it's not going to be profitable. My best advice I say is when you have the profitable months, don't turn into a superstar. Just sit on it. So that way when the bad months come, you can weather them storms. And then when the good months start rolling consecutively, that's when you can look back and say, oh, okay, that's why I held this little bread down. Cause I was about to go to Cancun, started tripping. But nah. But and then two, y'all gotta look at these businesses like you look at your kids. They have to be raised, nurtured, and nutrition. The best nutrition you put in, the more you nurture them, the more time you put into them, the best product you'll get. So always remember that nothing is plug and play. Nothing is drop and drag. Not about that. It's a lot of work. That goes on with it. You know, but, and then like for instance, it was like somebody was telling me, another big thing that's coming back up because it was very popular in the North, maybe about 8 years ago. But the meal prep thing is getting very, very popular again because everybody wants to eat healthy, but nobody wants to cook. So, meal preps are making a big comeback. That's a free tip I'll give out, with meal preps are going to make a comeback. I mean, I know y'all see companies all day, HelloFresh, yada, yada, but just imagine having someone local. I know that the food is coming from the local market or farmers market up the street. I know that, it's the food that I'm used to having, not some food grown in the state that I don't eat, like just factoring people like their stuff. So that's a pretty cool idea, and it's definitely making a comeback. Definitely making a comeback. Also, too, like I said, you are one of those people who are fortunate to go in, start it, and take off. Don't ever forget to reinvest. I mean, honestly, I tell people never stop reinvesting because the more you reinvest, the bigger the pot gets. The bigger the pot gets, the bigger the building gets. The bigger the building gets, then you worldwide. So it's never key to stop investing. And if somebody asks me what is a good reinvestment, well, as you know, you don't get 100% of the profit from a business. You got Uncle Sam, a couple other cats that got to take their money. So to me, I always say you should roughly run into about 60, 65% of your income that goes home with you. To me, I would say I would if that's the type of year I had, I would reinvest probably the 15%. And 50 because you did a lot of work, got bills, family, shit like that. So I wouldn't say reinvest. Like also too, it depends on your structure. Because if you're structured, you're young, you have no kids. And if I had no kids, I would reinvest 30%. That's just me. because I can know for a fact without me having no family and kids, I can live off that other percentage. And I know that bigger percentage I put in is going to get me a 2 times bigger percentage later on down the line. And I could take that risk because I don't have anybody else with the risk. But if I'm a family man, I'm going to take the 15%. I might give 20 because like I tell people, reinvestment, your reinvestment, you're reinvesting into something that's working. Because if you don't have profit, it's not working. So when you use the words reinvest, you're reinvesting more to get out more. You might be reinvesting into a second location. You might be reinvesting into a second machine. You might be reinvesting into something that makes your business bigger so you can't worry about that money. It's going to come back and it's going to come back greater. For sure, if the business is successful. If the business isn't, that's a possibility. Some people reinvest to get it, think it needs more of a push. I tell people I'd rather reinvent before I reinvest. If it's not working, I'm gonna take it off and put it on the shelf and I'm gonna reinvent it. And then I'll see what the reinvention gets. Or what I'll do is I'll test the market for a reinvent. And then I'll see what that do. Another thing, another tip I'll share with y'all before I go to what I tell people I like to do. People say um marketing. Like corporations still do this stuff. When I was a kid, we used to go to these places. They'll pick people, mainly they use schools, counselors to find kids. And we would go to these places. So for a while, nobody really paid attention. We in there trying Coca-Colas or telling them what we think about these new CD players or just different products and not noticing that we were pretty much inputting for them. So that way they know, hey man, well listen, we got bad research on this product, we gonna leave it alone. And are we gonna move forward with this? Nah, we gonna leave that alone. So that's a corporation that's able to do that. Now they do have smaller research groups that they'll run for a company. I heard as cheap as a couple $100, $500, $600, because they still got to get the people who's doing the thing, and there's some type of incentive for sitting there and going through it. And then of course you have to pay the company for setting it up for you. But I still think those are pretty great if you can afford it. Facebook does the same thing, but a person with no following is pointless because you posted and ask nobody how is this product, or even if you have a ton of followers with no engagement, no interaction, they're not liking anything, they're not commenting, they're not saying anything. They're not going to get a clear mileage of what you're looking for. Now, if this company does it, these people are getting paid to do this as a job, so they're going to make sure they get you valid results or correct answers on, what you need, what type of product are you looking to launch. So, I mean, and that's another thing I tell people too. If I had to pick, I'm gonna always take a physical product over a digital product. And the only reason I would say that is because people like to make it feel. Of course, digital products, you don't have to wait. I can download it right then and there. It's just something about that physical thing. That's why factories never close down. That's why they continue to work, because people like physical products. You can't make everything digital. So as far as purchasing, maybe about 5 years ago, you could make a killing off digital products. But now people are scared because they download stuff and now their identity is everywhere. So they kind of scared to buy anything that they have to download and use. And you don't forget that. That's the reason why a lot of the download market isn't as good as it used to be, because people are afraid. So if they're not downloading it from Amazon, Google Play Store, somewhere like that, they're not taking that risk on their device. So that's why I will always say stick to a physical product. I mean, get something that you can stand behind, something you need. Hey, I want to try this new garden tool. Order one off Amazon. Try it out for yourself. It works good. Make a video tutorial talking about it. You know, go on there, find out who's wholesaling it, work out something with them. Now you can sell that same product that you use. Create little videos, YouTube. I mean, well, don't say that. YouTube, a little too hard to get views. I would say TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Reels, and voila. And the product is going to be easier that way because people already know it. If Amazon sell the same thing, can't be that, oh, there's just $3 cheap. So I mean, just keep that in mind. Wow. That's all I got for you guys today. Um, Try to keep it simple for you guys for now. I mean, I got a couple more. Next one, I think I'll be digging a little more into crypto because I don't really think the last one got too deep into the pros and cons. And I want to do like a pros and cons of crypto and crypto versus stock. But I'll pretty much put all of them together. So that'll be the four topics we'll be talking about: crypto, you know, versus that, and so on and so forth. Because I think a lot of people is getting pulled back into that crypto market, and I don't really think they understand that the crypto market is driven by the people. So without the people, there is no crypto market. So anytime people get bored or tired of playing with crypto, your money's gone. Anytime something weird happen, a breach or something, your money's gone. People are not gonna stand behind it no more. So I mean that's why I say that's a well needed joint because a lot of people is diving into it. Also the NFT things, I'll throw that in that episode too. Because the NFT things I don't know a ton about it, but by the time I shoot the episode I will. But I'm gonna look into that too because I want to try to make sure I explain a lot of the shit out here that's getting people out their money. With the advertisements, the bullshit videos, they show me $1, sign up to my seminar. I mean, I'm gonna say this a lot, and y'all gotta listen. Anything that they can teach you, you can learn. Nothing that they know is a secret. They do not know any more than the average person. They got out here, they created a formula, they created a system, and it worked for them. And they made good money. As far as the ones y'all see with the houses and cars, all that shit be running back. Airbnb, shit, all that bullshit. I don't be wrong about that. Because if that's the case, remember they say their names in a lot of the videos. Go look up their social medias and see if that's really them. Is that how they live? Go look back. Is this a fresh Instagram? Did they scrub all the photos from 5 years ago? Is it all recent photos, highlighted life, stuff like that? Like it's ways you can track these guys down to defraud what they're saying and defraud them. But because I know I was on a mission where I was not looking, but stumbling across a lot of the seminars and I'll teach you how to make money doing this. I'll teach you how to make money doing that. And I found one for $1. And it was the most information I got out of a lot of them because the one I was getting invites to the high ticket ones and they were bleeping out a lot of the cool stuff. So that's when I was like, okay, I'll see how they do. And then I just decided one day, dude was like, man, everyone got $1 to waste. And that dollar got me unlimited source of information because he told us the secret to what everybody was saying was a secret, showed us where to go be a part of the secret, and gave us some tips to be somebody good at doing it. So, I mean, and that was for $1. So, I mean, the world has changed now. Everybody want $100 for their master class and 1,500 for one-on-one. Like back then, you can get these guys, you message them through YouTube and they'll talk to you. You go find them on the forums, they'll talk to you. It's not like it used to be. But you got people out here like me that got your back. So, just keep watching and I'm gonna keep giving the game. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Can't wait to see y'all guys again, man.